So if I look at the transformation that I would like to see in India, it is all about technology. And I believe that we are actually living through one of the most exciting times in human history, because there is a convergence of technologies. There is a convergence of various types of data, whether it's biological data, whether it is factoid data, whether it is any kind of data. There is a convergence of technologies and sciences, which I think is what makes it possible for India to be transformed in an amazing way. And the change that I can actually perceive in India is about a digital India. I think a digital India will actually see a huge transformation in ways that we can't even fathom today. India can become the world's largest digital marketplace. India can become the world's biggest user of digital data and digital technologies. And I think we can actually leverage all these new technologies in a way that bridges all the resource deficits that we currently have. And it actually gets you connected in terms of the rural hinterland and the urban commercial centers. I think this is what is exciting about a changed India and a digital India. Today, India is one of the lowest spenders in terms of healthcare. We spend less than 1% of our GDP on healthcare, whereas most developing economies spend 5% and above. The US spends 18% of its GDP on healthcare. And I believe that even if India is to treble its healthcare spend, it is not going to be adequate. But I think technology can actually bridge a lot of the deficits. And I personally believe that we must focus on universal healthcare, because I also believe that healthcare is a right, not a privilege. And I think in a country like India, where it is just the opposite, we need to transform and correct that anomaly. So to me, that kind of leadership, which actually enables every citizen in India to have health protection, is something I'm very committed to. And that is something in terms of this leadership council, we could identify as one such need. There are many others. I think jobs are going to be one of the biggest challenges that we have in this country, but jobs are linked to skills. Jobs are also linked to what the future holds. Jobs are linked to new technologies. I think today, some of the biggest opportunities we have in this convergence that is taking place is about some of the opportunities of data management on clouds, about big data analytics. And I think all of this and more can actually provide India with a huge opportunity in terms of job creation. Today's leadership style has to be adaptive. The change is so rapid that if you get set in addressing one type of change, you'll lose out on something else. So I think that rapid adaptive change and your ability to adapt to change and your ability to keep pace with the change is what is going to determine leadership today. The India Leadership Council is a great idea, but I think the reason it's a great idea is because it is on the Economic Times platform. The Economic Times is a very serious business journal, and I believe that there are a large number of concept selling that can be done through this Leadership Council, which can influence policy change, which I think can also get a focus on some of these critical areas of growth and leadership. And I believe that every one of us on this Leadership Council has something to offer in terms of ideas from our own understanding of our own domains. So I think bringing them all together, and probably there are convergences even, there is a convergence even amongst all our ideas. So I'm sure if you ask all of us about what we are thinking, in terms of leadership changes, about innovation, about global leadership opportunities, I'm sure we'll all veer towards very, very similar conclusions. And I think that is really the opportunity that ET has to basically get us all together under a sort of a brainstorming session and flesh out all the kind of ideas and suggestions that are coming out of these brainstorming sessions, and come out with op-eds, come out with important thought-leading articles on what needs to be done in the country. And then obviously, hopefully this will then allow you to engage with policy makers and see if that policy change can be a part of that objective.